Nowadays, it seems like everywhere you go, more cameras are being installed, and we find out how phones can track our every movement.
It kind of makes you think and wonder just how much of what we do is actually private. Tonight, the 22 News I-Team shows us how much we are being watched and if there are ways to stay off the grid.
When you're driving, shopping, banking, walking through the park, there's likely a camera watching. And as you talk, text, and snap photos, there's a device tracking. It's the world we live in now, and the 22 News I-Team set out to find out how wired and watched we are here in Western Mass. We started with Bob HOULDSON at the Springfield Department of Public Works.
In the city of Springfield, we have 42 surveillance cameras.
42 city cameras alone, and there are more on private businesses not monitored by the city.
Every time you go into a convenience store, a gas station, really 91 corridor has cameras up and down. I don't think there's a blind spot on any of Mass Pike or 91, so just about everywhere you go.
It's not just cameras watching, your cell phone is tracking you too. We headed to Yes Computers in Northampton next, where experts told us most smartphones have the ability to keep track of where you are when you make calls, take pictures, even what stores you shop in.
If you have the app set up, it will know where you are physically in the store.
Yes Computers President Mark WINEBURG and his employees showed us how it works.
The data can reconstruct where you've been and what time you've been there.
They said apps are designed to gather information on you, who you are, what your interests are, and where you spend your time. You can choose to turn those features off, but many people don't, making your phone a landmine of personal information.
As you can see, this user has been around Northampton and in North Carolina.
It can be dangerous if it ends up in the wrong hands, but it's a risk many people these days are willing to take, and they do, the second they accept the terms and agreements.
So at some point, we've all decided that the services we get are worth the invasion of privacy.
But ACLU spokesman Bill NEWMAN says as the government collects more data on you, he has concerns about how it will be used.
The government gets all your emails, gets all your texts, gets everything that you transmit electronically, finds out all of your internet searches and so on. You don't know when it will be used against you. You'll end up on a no-fly list, and you'll never know why. You won't get a job, and you won't know why.
The truth of the matter is we know very little about how much the government knows and how they'll use it, but I did find out how it works locally. Springfield police say they can only access phone and computer records if they have just cause, and a judge gives them permission. Now, as for the cameras, even the ACLU admits when you're in public, there's not a whole lot of reason to expect privacy, because after all, you are in public. I'm Laura Hutchinson working for you with the 22 News I-Team.